I've never actually made a video like this before. Alright, we're gonna start that again. I have never actually made a video like this before. I just vlog a little bit, but I know it's something that I love watching. I love watching admissions decision reaction videos on YouTube, so I figured I'd do one of my own because I did apply to some top schools that a lot of people are interested in. So I applied to ISU, so Illinois State, just because it's right here in my backyard. It's about a 40-minute drive from where I live. So I applied there. I also applied to San Diego State, and then I applied to USC, and then 3 UC schools, which were UC Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, and UCLA. I tried really hard to record all of my admissions decisions reactions, and I kind of failed at that, but also some of these schools would just send me an email saying you got in, and I'm just like, that's okay. I first got into ISU, which was pretty exciting. It was my first acceptance. I just got accepted into ISU. Yay! I will say it was one of my safety schools, and it's just a school here, so it's not a school like I was super excited to, you know, get admitted into, but it's really nice to know like I'm actually going to college. I was admitted into their business management program, I believe. I was admitted into their honors college, as well as I was a finalist for their presidential scholarship, which is their largest merit scholarship. So I've got this little packet here. So I was a finalist. I was in a group of about 300 people, and I went to interview, and I had dinner or lunch at ISU and met up with some people who are like teachers there, faculty members, and current students, talked to them about like their life at ISU, and interviewed for that scholarship. I ended up not receiving that scholarship, which was $11,000 a year, which is nearly full tuition. I think full tuition itself at ISU for an in-state student is going to be $13,000 a year-ish, 13 or 14. So I would still have to pay a little bit in tuition there if I would have been awarded that scholarship, which I was not, but I was still awarded the $8,000 Redbird scholarship. After I found out about ISU, I found out about San Diego State in December. I believe it was December. I really wanted to record that reaction because San Diego State was my number 2 school, and I was really excited. I didn't expect to know anything about it until later in the year, or next year, I guess, 2019, but it was still 2018. I didn't expect to know in 2018. I was sitting at Starbucks working on homework, and I was about ready to go do something for my NHS, my National Honor Society, and I just opened an email and it said, "Congrats, you're in." I was so excited. I was like, my jaw dropped, and I'm sure like if anybody was looking at me in that Starbucks, they'd probably be like, she's a little weird. So that was a really nice surprise. I got into San Diego State, and then I also, because I was admitted in the early round, so they admit top applicants in the early round, all of those applicants who are admitted early are invited to apply to their Weber Honors College, so I did that as well. And I was admitted into their honors college, which is really cool. Between December, which is when I got my San Diego State admissions decision, I had a big waiting period between December and March. End of March is when I got all of my admission decisions back for like the UC schools and then USC, and I knew those were coming, and I had been like stalking forums, so I knew when those were going to come in. Between those 2 time periods, I tried to keep myself busy. I'm a cheerleader, so I cheered at 2 games a week, and I had practices twice a week, which was nice, so that kept me a little busy. I also worked, but then during my free time, I would fill out scholarship applications, write essays for scholarships. I just tried to keep myself busy and productive. One thing that I did to keep myself busy is I planned out a little vacation for Mom and I. I really like San Diego State, and because I got admitted, they invited me to that. They're like a Explore San Diego State day. So what do you think, Mom?
I love the campus, love the dorms. I think it would be a great place to go.
Thank you.
why anybody wants to go to a wedding.
With that being said, I was in California during the time that I got my acceptance letters, or my acceptance or rejection letters from UCLA, UC San Diego, and USC, and then UC Santa Barbara actually came out on the 19th, which is the day before we left. Got in, and so I guess I just got this, so I guess I'll open it. This is it, Claire. Congratulations on your admission to UC Santa Barbara. Yay! So I have already seen my portal.
To view your...
I got in! Yeah! I did! Oh, I'm glad I didn't hit log in.
Yay. Good job, honey.
Yay! I would love to go to school on a beach, but they did not give me any money, so I got UC Santa Barbara first, right before we left. And then we flew out to California. We spent a couple days just hanging out, and then on the 22nd, which was the Explore San Diego State Day, I was at San Diego State and I got an email that my admissions portals had been updated for UCLA and UC San Diego. So I went and I sat at a Starbucks at San Diego State with Mom, which I'll show you here, and then I opened my letters for them. UCLA and UC San Diego just came out. I am currently sitting at Starbucks at San Diego State, so I'm nervous. Okay, we're gonna do UCLA first. It's probably a no. No.
For which one?
UCLA.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's okay. So now we're gonna check UC San Diego. Ready?
I'm ready.
I got in.
UC San Diego.
Yeah.
So the UC school you got in?
I got in the college that I wanted to, I think. I got into UC Santa Barbara and San Diego now, so that's awesome.
That is good.
So I got into 2 of the UCs I applied to, not UCLA, but that's okay. It is okay.
UCLA was on the bottom of my list anyway.
So I got this packet, it's kind of open. I got my certificate of admission, which was cool. So at this point, on the 22nd, I had gotten all of my admissions, the decisions in, except for USC. I was waiting until portal updates. I knew portals were supposed to update the day, I think the 23rd, I believe, at like 5 p.m. I knew they were supposed to update, so I was just kind of like waiting for that. I woke up in my Airbnb in San Diego, which is where we were staying over my spring break. I woke up to a Snapchat from my friend Emma. So my friend and her dad had been getting, they're like family friends, so they had been getting mail for my mom and I. She sent a picture, which I'll input it like right here, and it was of a white box, and she said, "You got a big box," and like I looked at it. I wish I would have gotten my reaction for this one too, because I'm sure like that would have been the most shocked face I'd ever seen. But I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, Mom. I started sobbing, and my mom, she did try to record it. She was like holding the phone on me. She's like, "Claire, how do you feel?" She's like, "Tell me everything." And she didn't hit record, so every year it's always that coveted white box. Everybody, you know, wants that white box. It's that white box moment. Once you see that box on your doorstep or in your mailbox, that's when you know you got in. So I was like so excited. I was like hysterical. And I checked my portal later that night. I got in, for sure. And I did get into USC, and I am so ecstatic. So here is my beautiful admissions packet. We got the opening. Welcome to the Trojan family. I am seriously so excited. And there's my certificate. Let's see. Just saying that I got into that school is such a huge accomplishment. I worked my butt off on that application. I really put my heart into that application. It took me so long. I was writing essays at my family Thanksgiving. I spent hours after school with my English teacher. She was helping me write essays after school at least once or twice a week. I would be there for like a month and a half or 2 months. I spent so much time on those applications. All the time I spent sitting at Starbucks, Panera, I wanted it so bad. And they must have realized how bad I wanted it. It's just so crazy. So I'm really excited to say that I got into USC. As of right now, I likely will not be going. So I just finished going through all of the footage that you guys just saw, where I talked about all of the colleges I was admitted into and where I talked about how I probably wasn't able to go to any of the schools in California just because of money issues. But I'm very excited to say that after I talked to my mom, we got some things worked out. I am very excited to say that I am going to USC this year, and I could not be any more excited, honestly. I have wanted this for so long, and I'm actually going to be a Trojan this year. Look at my admission packet right there. So I will definitely be posting dorm tours, college vlogs. I want to do all of that crazy YouTube stuff. I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with my friends this summer and then leaving for California in like mid-August. So